Welcome back to Twin Terror. I'm David.
And I'm Gary.
And today we're going to talk about...
Justice Alito's upside down American flag.
That's not the right way we're supposed to hang it, is it?
No. That is not how you normally hang the flag. So,
down,
the story for those of you...
Upside down, you're turning me upside down.
Yes. Okay, so for those of you who may not be completely familiar with the story... back in 2021, after the January 6th insurrection, Justice Alito's wife was going through the neighborhood, and someone had an F Trump sign in their house, which was about 50 feet away from a school bus stop. And his wife took exception to this and went and knocked on the neighbor's door to...
Got to keep it classy, people.
Yes, right. To have a discussion on the appropriateness of that. And let's just say that conversation went about as well as you might have expected it went, right?
Yeah.
And later, Alito and his wife went there, and there was another confrontation with this neighbor. The neighbor called her some derogatory terms. And
she used she went right to the C word.
The word that rhymes with grunt was used as an adjective.
That is that's like there's nothing beneath that one.
No, that's about as bad as it gets, right? So Justice Alito's wife was beside herself. So she decided that to take exact revenge on this neighbor, she was going to go and hang the U.S. flag upside down outside of their house.
Because that'll teach them.
Yes, indeed. Nothing makes a statement about how I don't like your F Trump sign by hanging a U.S. flag upside. Anyways.
Turn me.
Keep your
head moving.
And Justice Alito basically said, "Oh yeah, my wife did." He threw his wife under the bus. She did it because she was upset, and I didn't feel it was my place to stop.
I'm just checking to see if there's a spine.
Oh no, yeah, there's a
Republicans seem to have a lack of these things.
Oh my God! So he didn't feel it was his place to tell his wife that wasn't appropriate, and we're gonna get a little discussion. We'll do a little reading on that, around the energy around that, I guess, is what we're going to look at.
Now, one thing I want to throw out there. So why are we reading on it now? Is because Justice Alito is now going to be getting court cases about the insurrection, about presidents are kings and things along those lines. And there was an upside down American flag in front of his house. Seems to show a kind of a bias, that maybe he thinks the election was stolen. Now, he said, his wife did it, and he was such a tender little snowflake that he couldn't possibly tell his wife, I'm a freaking Supreme Court justice. You can't do stuff like this.
That's not the voice he would use.
Right.
It'd be, honey, you can't put the sign up like this because the neighbors will get upset, and I'm a Supreme Court justice.
As my brother said, you like the house you're living in? Because if you do stuff like this, we ain't going to be living here
no more. That's right. So it's even if you want to take it on its face value that he loves his wife and he respects his opinion, it's like...
And everything is true, that his wife did all of this and he had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it. He felt powerless to stop it. At the same time, it's like, okay, once again, the term optics comes in. It's just like, how is this going to look? Especially since the upside-down flag has been used by the conspiracy theorist MAGA party to basically say that the election was
stolen. Like a Viagra moment.
Back to the Hunter Biden.
Yes, where's Marjorie Taylor Greene when you need her?
That the election was stolen, and that it was, that's the symbol for that MAGA has been using. So even if he agreed that his wife has the First Amendment rights to do this, and that he felt powerless to stop her, because a Supreme Court justice clearly doesn't feel much power over people.
They're victims of society.
That just the optics alone would be like, you know what? I get how you're feeling, but this is just not appropriate, and it cannot happen.
And again, let's give him all of that. Let's say everything he said is true. What he's being asked to do is recuse himself from any cases that involve January 6th. And even if he said this is all my wife and stuff like that, there's two standards for ethics. One is, a conflict of interest. The other is the appearance
of a
conflict of interest. Now, whether let's give him the credit. Let's just say this is all his wife's idea.
Yep.
There's still the appearance of a conflict of interest. I'm a Democrat. You're a Republican.
Indeed.
Would you say that having an upside down flag in front of your house, regardless of who put it up there, when it comes time for you to sit on a case involving election interference, stolen elections, insurrections, to me that looks like a conflict of interest?
Yeah, it sure does. It's not a good look.
No, it's definitely not the ideal situation here.
So what are we going to throw on?
That's it. We were just ranting. Let's see. Let's look at the energy around Justice Alito with regards to the upside down flag incident.
Yeah, that's a good start.
And then we'll see if he recuses himself. Although I don't think
I'm not holding my breath on that one.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath on that either. Entertainment purposes only come down. Yeah, we had a neighbor in our neighborhood flying a flag upside down too. They kept it on their house for months.
Oh, nice to hear.
Yes. Okay. So the foundation of the reading is the Nine of Cups. Now, normally, this means hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled.
Yes.
On the low energy, it's the smug merchant. Like, I'm wonderful, and look at all these wonderful things I have. But to me, this also kind of is a card that represents judges and justices. So, how many members on the Supreme Court?
I think there's 9.
I think there's 9. How many cups on this thing?
I can count.
Yeah, exactly. So, this is a card representing Judge Alito. Or Justice Alito, excuse me. Crossed with
the Hierophant.
The Hierophant, which is about large government organizations, courts, schools, big foundations. And underneath it all is the Queen of Pentacles. And this is about values, finding practicality, practical use on things. So with the whole story, we're already, this spread's starting off great because it's setting up. We're talking about Judge Alito, we're talking about the Supreme Court, and we're talking about values, ethics, practicality. Again, Judge Alito's not an idiot, nor does he role play an idiot, but he knows that the optics on this look terrible.
Yeah.
And he also knows whether or not he's telling the truth. And again, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think we should, but if we give him the benefit of the doubt that he had nothing to do with this is just his overbearing wife having a moment and he stayed the hell out of the way lest he become the victim of her wrath. You could still recuse yourself because even you would have to acknowledge, that was a bad look. There's a reason why the flag didn't stay upside down in front of your house for very long.
Yeah.
Because you knew it was a bad look. You're a Supreme freaking Court justice. You can't afford to have that kind of look out in the public. You know it looks bad and biased. Mm-hmm. In the past, we got the Ace of Wands, the Fred Flintstone card. It's not an Ace of Swords, truth and justice. This is about taking strong action.
Emotions and passions.
Yes, strong passions and stuff like that. And certainly in the cups are about emotions too. You got in a fight with the neighbor.
Yep.
You could have been the bigger person. For God's sake, you're a Supreme Court justice. What do you care what your neighbor has in there? And not only that, so the neighbor called your wife the C word. Go beat him up. Ring his doorbell and run away.
Yeah, there you go.
Do the time-honored tradition
flaming
things.
Bag of dog
poo on there. Yeah, throw eggs at his car. Do petty crimes, whatever. But okay, so my neighbor made me so upset I turned a flag upside down in my house. That makes no sense.
Yeah, it's really turn his flag upside down.
Yeah, exactly. Put him on a mailing list to American Patriot Today or something like that.
Take down his flag in the middle of the night. I get it. You don't want to have that necessarily up by a kid's school bus stop, but
call the cops.
Yeah, they can handle it.
Yeah, call the cops. Hey, this is indecency. There's lots of different ways to handle it. Before you get down to this, you got to be pretty far down on the checklist before this comes a good idea.
Yeah. That was definitely a creative solution, though.
Yes. I have a good idea.
It doesn't make a lot of sense, but okay, it was creative.
It makes sense if you don't think about it.
Yeah, exactly. We should rename the station.
Exactly. And our apologies to Drennan Davis as we steal his joke.
Yes.
So for those who don't know, and there's no reason why you would, on TikTok there's one comedian who's got like 4 cats, and he voices over the cats. And the cats take him into some very unusual situations.
Yes.
It's hilarious, his creativity with it. But one of his recurring jokes is the cats will say something completely stupid and outrageous, and he's like, "What?" And then one of the cats, he voices over the cats again. One of the cats say, "It makes sense if you don't think about it."
Exactly.
And that I love that line. That appeals to me.
It explains MAGA, right?
Exactly. It makes perfect sense if you don't think about it.
If you're MAGA, they should just make that another slogan for MAGA.
Yes, MAGA. It makes sense if you don't think about it.
Right. Two of Wands.
Two of Wands. Okay, so that's kind of forward looking at the future here. So this is about Mike Johnson. This is about
Justice
Alito on the Supreme Court, actions he's taken to the past impacting what he can do in the future.
Yep.
And, again, it's about that practicality and values underneath it. The overarching energy is the Magician card. Magician card on the high energy is manifesting, bringing things forward, creating new things. On the low energy, it's illusions and trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Mm-hmm. Gary, you're a Republican. Do you think which one of those were you going to go with on this reading?
Oh, the higher low energy?
Well, yes. I mean,
let me
think about that one.
I'm kind of leaning low energy on that one.
Yeah, it doesn't really pass the smell test, does it?
No, not really.
You know what else doesn't pass the smell test?
Mm-hmm. No, keep both cheeks down, buddy.
This reading is going off the edges here.
Yeah.
Okay. The lesson to be learned is the King of Swords. Now, for me, the King. Okay, so first off, the King of Swords is a card of ruthless efficiency. I know it's a card of very stern decisions.
Yes.
There's no emotions. It's black or white, yes or no, right or wrong type of thing. I use that card, often shows up for Jack Smith. Do I think Jack Smith's coming for Justice Alito? Not in this case. But I think what this really is like what John Roberts should say, or any other justice should say here, is like, you know what, you got to make a decision. Do you recuse yourself or not? Basically, do you have a conflict of interest, or is there appearance of conflict of interest? Yes or no? That's the lesson that needs to be learned with this. And it sounds like Justice Alito is trying his damnedest to not have to answer the appearance of a conflict of interest.
Yeah, he's more than happy to throw his wife under the bus, and she may have completely acted on his own, and he felt that he couldn't do it, but. Yeah, there's a reason why that flag came down really quick. Yeah, check for that's fine.
Do you have any of those for Justice Roberts, Chief Justice Roberts?
I hope so.
Do you have a spare vertebra for Justice Roberts? Because if Alito can't make this decision himself, this is the time for Chief Justice Roberts to say, about that upside down flag. I get where you're coming from.
I got one of those. I got one of those at home too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got me one of those. What's the outcome? Six of Cups. Oh, back to the day. Nostalgia. The low energy is naivety. We all make mistakes. Come on, we're all friends here. We can just forget this little the paperwork. This reminds me of Monsters, Inc., where Mike is trying to convince Roz that he doesn't like to file the paperwork.
What if all that paperwork just went away?
Yeah, no. What's going to happen out of this? Nothing. The way I look at this, the outcome is nostalgia, naivety. If Justice Roberts, first off, Alito thinks we're a bunch of idiots. That's the first thing that comes across. Yeah. The second thing that comes across is the King of Swords. If Alito can't do it himself, Roberts needs to do it for him. And, this is the very gentle, we're all friends here. Maybe you could sit on the next case type thing. That's kind of the vibe I get, but I think I also get the insolent child, which is like, they're nodding their head and say, Give me the head nod. Okay, you made a mistake this time. We all make mistakes. You should probably just sit on the bench on this one, and you can get the next one. I'll keep it on your head, and then say the word no. When we were kids, I remember Gary doing that once we were in elementary school. It's like, yeah, because it was always funny watching some adults.
Would you like to share that with your brother?
Yeah, no. It was something we noticed in elementary school. Teachers nodding their head, trying to get you to
objection, leading the witness.
Yeah, exactly. Totally leading them, and it was the ultimate smart aleck response to it because it really calls out the teacher. So you can do that, right? No. Oh, where's my pearls? My pearls.
Where did I go wrong?
There were never enough pearls.
Yeah, I just got to think. I mean,
thinking's hard.
What the right thing to do is, and what may actually happen.
That's the problem.
Maybe I'm just getting cynical, but I just after everything that Clarence Thomas has denied and kind of sort of shuffled under the rug, I can't imagine. And Clarence Thomas' stuff was so much more egregious that Alito's. It's a bad optic, but Alito might not have done anything. And so if they're not going to do anything for Thomas's ethic violations, they're probably not going to do anything for Alito.
Where's the downside? Where's the teeth? There's no teeth. There's no downside to this. And that's the problem. And again, not everything needs to involve protests or tough letter writing campaigns or anything along those lines. But people sneaking around behind us.
Yeah, we have a member of the house leaving.
Oh my! And it's not a cat, is it?
No, it's a human.
Our videos have been remarkably cat-free. All Gary's cats are outside.
Yes, they're all out and about right now,
eating their food, shading themselves under bushes, doing cat things. Yes. Humans need not know what the cats are doing. Because cat things, humans wouldn't understand.
They're usually all asleep at this point, but they probably are all asleep. They're just not
here.
They're having sleepover somewhere else.
Or else we'd be holding up cats for you.
Yeah, don't worry. If we do 1 or 2 more videos, there's probably going to be an orange cat hopping on the table demanding dinner again.
Yeah, Punky, Kitten, and Kakuna.
Yes, those are the 3. The orange one was Kitten.
And you've seen Punky's tail previous videos.
Yeah, Punky's the white one. Punky and Kitten are brother and sister, and Kitten cannot stand her brother.
Yeah. Okay. There's a reason why they called him Punky.
Yes, he was a punk to her when they were kittens.
And then Kakuna, who's just the most amazing raccoon cat.
Oh my gosh, she's got a purr that you could hear from across the house. She is just so loud, it's ridiculous.
And it's Gary's cat.
Yeah, that's my girl.
And Gary's her human.
Yes.
And there's no 2 ways about it.
Yes, if there was a podium, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of humans, I have 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place in the human. There's no one else on the podium other than me.
We all have had pets like that in one way, shape, or form. Is there anything else we want to throw in Alito? Do we want to throw a 4-carter on it?
Yeah, let's throw a 4-carter on it.
What do you want to throw? Just is he going to take himself off?
Yeah, is he going to recuse himself?
Yeah.
I think we know where this one's going.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, once again, maybe I'm cynical, but after what Thomas...
You're realistic.
What Thomas got to get away with, I just can't imagine that they're going to pull chocks on Alito. And I don't think Alito's going to pull chocks on himself. Yeah. So, but we'll see what the cards say.
I would fall over dead of a heart attack if he did. It would be the most unexpected.
Not in my house. I'm going to drag you out to the front porch, kick you to the curb. I don't know. Jab a coffee table into your head.
He fell on the curb and hit his head on the coffee table. Not my house.
You're not dying in my house.
No police tape here. 8 of coins working. I think he's going to continue
dedicated to his job.
Oh, yes, he is. Very much so. There's the 4 of wands. That's
the happy marriage.
The marriage, the welcome card versus the kick you in the butt on the way out the door card. Betrayal, heartbreak, and fighting. 7 of wands. Okay, so what does that mean? The 8 of coins. Coins are about wealth, health, values. He should. There should be no discussion of whether he's kicked off the court. He recuses himself. And to me, it's like, I want to be on this case. This case is valuable. You can't just have 8 justices on it. I need to fight to maintain my position. That's kind of where I'm going with it. Underneath it, it's like this heartbreak and betrayal. To us, it's a heartbreak and betrayal that he's staying on this case. It's obvious. To him, it would be a heartbreak or betrayal if he's told to leave. Yep. Now, the interesting things are, if he were to step down, it would be 8 justices left on this case, and it was too much commotion, too much for him to fight off. The optics are too obvious. He's disappointed that he's been asked to leave off this case because the truth has been exposed.
Because his wife is... Because that's something allegedly his wife did.
Yeah. But if you were to look at... So what I'm saying is this spread could go either way. And this is just explaining what's going to happen. If he's asked to leave, there's 8 people left. He feels heartbroken and betrayed, or the American people feel heartbroken and betrayed if he stays on. He's asked to leave because the truth has been exposed. There's just too much... There's too much at stake to keep him on this one. And it could also be that if there's a second person on this one, they could go too, because you go from 8 justices down to 7.
Right.
Oh, here comes the Punkadunk.
Yeah, so
what is he, a blue point Siamese? Or
no, flame point?
Flame point Siamese. Yeah. With a big floofy tail.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
If only you could see him.
I know. They said he was a flame point, but he kind of looks...
He likes to be picked up, right?
Oh, he does not.
I'll lower the screen down as he's sauntering in now. Now, if he stays on the case, if there should, he's going to work on it. It's a betrayal to the people. He shouldn't be on there. And they're trying to hide the truth on this one. I'm not sure which way it's going to go. Honestly, to me, I can't see a scenario where he recuses himself.
Yeah, the way I see it is, he's worked hard at his job. He's built his whole career. He's dedicated to his job. His wife, this is a situation that came up because something his wife did, something that he's happily married to. If he recuses himself, it's going to be heartbreaking to himself. Even though the truth is out there, he wants to fight. Yeah, and he's gonna fight for it.
Yeah. I think you're right on that one. It's just one of those things where I can look at the cards and interpret them, and it gives me hope. But my intellectual self says that's not the case. Okay, here comes the punk.
Hey kid,
where is he?
Let's get him some treats.
We'll get out of the way so you guys can enjoy cats.
Come over here. Come over here, kid.
Oh, here he comes.
Come here, kid.
He's over here now.
Here.
Oh, did you say food?
Yeah, come here.
Yeah, right there. Right here. Give the viewers what they want. They don't care about us.
Yeah, exactly.
They want cats, and there he is. There's the Punkadunk. He's got the...
Well, I think he's a Turkish Angora. I don't think he's a flame point.
What he is a floofy cat white cat with blue eyes.
Lots of personality.
And an amazing fur that needs lots and lots of grooming.
Yeah, he's my wife's absolute #1 favorite. I mean, if there was he was hanging off a cliff and I was hanging off a cliff, I can't look you in the eye and say that I'd be the one she'd pull back.
Nice kitty.
Yeah,
let me pick you up.
Yeah, he's a character, that one.
Yeah, don't pick him up. You'll lose it. You'll come back with a bloody stump.
So I think that's all we got on this one, huh?
Yeah. I suppose we could let the video run. And I wish I could zoom it in on them so you get more. I think I probably could. Let's see. There's got to be. No, that's brightness.
That's brightness. You just
make
it more white.
Where's my zoom function? I probably can't do it while the camera's running.
The zoom would be us picking it up.
Exactly. Take the camera down here.
Pulling it towards them.
All right. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. We appreciate it. Thank you for your likes, shares, comments. If you like cats, throw up a comment about cats.
Yeah, well, maybe we do a cat video instead. Then you have to listen to us jibber-jabbering on and on and on about nothing at all.
Well, we could just take the laptop and walk around the house.
Chase the cats.
Talking about things while you're watching the cats go by. And there he goes. Okay, so I'll move back in here. Again, thank you for all your support on the channel. We'll catch you on the next video. Take care.
Thank you so much. Bye.